What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, what's good? What's good?
What's going on, fellas?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is Content from Kings. Viewers, y'all tuned in to another episode of Black Alliance. Another beautiful day in the Ville. And we got a very, very special guest with us, man. Mr. Joell Hopkins.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all having me here today, man.
Yes,
Very
sir.
excited to be here.
Sir, yes, sir.
Very
Welcome,
excited.
welcome.
Oh, yeah, pull the mic a little closer to you, bro, just in case. You know what I'm saying? You know you long over there, so.
So you know how we start the day or start the podcast. How we living?
Man,
Gonna start with what you want?
hey, man, I'm blessed, man. Hey, look, man, today was one of them days, man, that, went to church, man. My wife, she keep me in there, man, faithfully, and, thank God for her and thank God for that. But, man, it's just one of them days where you in church, man, and you hear the sermon, bro, and it's like, damn, bro, that's exactly what I needed to hear.
Resonates
And
immediately.
It was just right on time, man. And, we was kind of chatting a little bit before the pod, man, and it was like,
Yeah. My bad. I ain't wake up in time to go with bro.
man, I'm telling you, trying to get him to go.
He know your heart.
Missed out, boy.
He know your heart, yo.
Missed out, man. But
For real.
but nah, man. It was like I said. It was just one of them ones where it was, my pastor. He was very transparent with us, and just kind of hearing the message and just knowing that it was meant for you. You feel me? You were meant to be here today to be able to hear this message, and it was just one of them days, man. Like had your boy in there boohoo crying, man, just from just like hearing the truth, hearing what you need to hear to be able to overcome the adversity that you might be going through, whether it's personal, whether it's business, anything, anything that it correlates to, being able to overcome that, and then just being able to hear that presence, bro. Just knowing that God made it clear for you to just, hey, bro, you need to hear this. And it was just perfect, bro, for real. Because it was a time in my life, boy, where I had, gave up on faith, man. Like, had gave up on God, was going through so much. And,
Same here.
And again, bro, like, just having my wife there to kind of bring me back to God, bro, get me back in the Bible, reading. We have Bible study at home sometimes where we read and we just kind of bounce stuff off each other. So just being able to have that, bro, that was a blessing, bro. But I'm good,
I missed out, man. I missed it.
Man.
Maybe next Sunday.
How you living,
Gonna
man?
get you.
I'm living, bro. Just trying to. I'm a Libra, bro. So just trying to juggle. I find as I have more success. I feel like I'm the most successful as I've ever been right now. I feel like I'm in my prime. But more money, bad things happen too. So it's just battling both, the struggles, juggling things, trying to help, my people, family members, helping myself, just trying to like do things for myself that I want to do, just self-care type of thing. Just going outside, honestly, just stepping out, networking with people. That's what I like to do, just meeting people. I be just talking to people, so I just go out, try to network with people, and take my mind off of things that are currently going on sometimes.
For sure.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. It's been a trying past few weeks for me. Family and I, we stepped into a new business venture. So
Nice.
anytime you do something like that, always going to experience a lot of headaches, learning kinks, feeling people out, getting accustomed to other people's personalities. It's always different. Trying to bring a team together.
Though,
Yeah, that's the exciting part too. The frustration is the good part. It lets you know I love it. If
Right.
something's not getting on your nerves, you really don't love it, you don't care about it. So, but I'm blessed, yo. I'm happy to be here. Excited to see my mans, y'all.
Yeah.
You too, bro.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. What about you, brother? How you living?
I'm good, man. For the past few weeks, though, it was kind of, I ain't gonna say I was in a hard spot, but I was it just come with growth. You know what I'm saying? Losing friends or family or important people that you've been for a long time, but then you start to realize that they ain't good for you.
Hey, man.
Some people aren't always to see you win. You know what I'm saying? I just had my first literary published podcast going good.
Congrats,
Congratulations.
And so I'm like, damn, why do I feel like so trash? You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I
but
just
you
want
learn,
I just want more for myself.
Yeah.
I was just being hard on myself because being real, I was happy. I'm still
You just got high goals.
you get what I'm saying? High expectations, bro. So it's just like, damn, okay, I'm kind of like completing shit. And I was like, what's next? What's next?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You from Ultra, bro. So it's only a certain limit.
The dogs look good to me.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Telling you,
Healthy,
man.
man.
Yeah, they look healthy. I know they've been
Telling
keeping you up.
But what? I need some some sleep.
Apparently, I really just learned like the difference between a pit and a bully and all this different
Man,
stuff.
really?
Yeah, they got like this whole little chart. Like they back gotta
Oh,
be
yeah,
straight and
yeah.
narrow, all type of stuff, compact.
Yeah.
I be just trying to learn things. I feel like I don't like to not know things.
Yeah, I'm saying.
The lack of knowledge, bro. Knowledge is power, bro.
Yeah,
Exactly,
that's why I've been on too, like just really put my time in kids, business, you know what I'm saying, and like not other extra activities that we be having going on because time is the most valuable thing. You can't get it back. So let me put all my energy in these things because I do want better. So like, and like you say, come with not more money, more problems, but like anything positive coming, going on is going
Be some
You
options.
know, it's gonna be something to try to bring you
therefore,
down.
we just have to balance it out.
Distractions, really.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just balance it out though. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't look at like, oh, why this happened.
Yeah.
But it's getting you prepared for something.
Hey, before every blessing, it got to be a storm, bro.
Yeah.
That's how it is. You know what I'm
Other than
saying?
that, though, I've been good though, mentally good. So like, I'm happy.
What's up, man? What's up? What about you, sir? How you living, Joel?
Oh man, I can't complain, man.
Huh?
We already had
I'm tripping, man. Look, I'm getting old, bro. Look, it come with
Bro,
the,
it is getting
look,
old.
look, it come with the, it come with the territory.
Young mom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bro said, yeah, this that old young man.
Come on.
I said, yeah, bro, you getting old.
No lingo.
Hey man, look, big worm, big perm, big. I don't give a damn. Hey, nah, man, but nah, I'm definitely good to hear everybody living, everybody doing good, man. You know, you always got to come in with good vibes, man. Now, even if you ain't on good vibes, bro, just being able to have this platform, bro, to be able to talk and discuss. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. And that was big on the sermon today. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pastor was big on just like, hey, you know, us as men, black men especially, you know, we hold ourselves accountable for so much and we put so much weight on our shoulders. And it's easy when we're in a relationship, you know, our wife, our girlfriend, or even whoever, you know, just around us. Hey, man, how you doing? I'm good, man. Well, what's wrong? I'm good. Everything good. And we hold it in. Like, think about it. I think I researched this as well. Like, normally when you ask somebody how they doing, the response that you normally looking for is, oh, I'm doing good. But what if they say I'm doing bad? Are you going to stop and say, oh, what's going on? And really have a discussion with them? Or are you just asking because you're expecting them to say, oh, I'm good?
And that's where I feel, and that's what a lot of the problems be. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be asking, I ain't gonna ask you about you good and not try to be there for you and talk you through whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I do that sometimes. No, I ain't good. What's up? Just to see what you gonna say. Just to see what you
gonna
do.
listen.
You know what I'm saying? And every situation I'm not right about it, but like if somebody ain't doing good, bro, you cannot make that person feel like it's their fault or whatever going on. You get what I'm saying? You gotta be a great listener.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just want you to listen. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
I want your opinion too. You get what I'm saying? But like, try to help me feel better about what's going on. You know what I mean? Like you call me, nah, bro, I'm gonna talk to you later. You know what I'm saying? Just because
Exactly.
it ain't a soft moment, ain't nothing like no sympathy, but we just having a real conversation. You get what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, bro, a lot of friends I've tried to have like serious talks, real talks. You know, me going there.
Yeah.
So it's just like a mental.
Yeah, I can
it's
see
like
that. But that's, you know, where we from, you know, it's kind of like, I wouldn't say closed-minded, but people are more like, you know, don't want to like open up to people.
We're conditioned that way, bro.
Men especially
conditioned that way.
are scared to
Especially
show
our community.
vulnerability. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I like expressing myself, though. I like a person knowing how I feel about them. You know what I'm saying? But that shit, I mean, it really eats you up inside. You get what I'm saying?
It
Like,
can.
It just shows you.
and
It
then,
can if you allow it.
You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what type of clarity, you know what I'm saying? What type of relationship y'all got going on. You get what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
it's nerve-wracking.
And you honestly have to identify and be honest with yourself. People you have in your support circle who you can open up to and be vulnerable with, because it's not going to be everybody. Like everybody, you're not going to be able to sit down and have a conversation with them about what's going on with you. And it's interesting that you brought the listening aspect up. And in the field I'm in, that's something that, which is mental health, that's something that you absolutely have to do in order to just build positive and good relationships with people, whether it just be a friendship, relationship. If you're not somebody that is able to listen to somebody and just take that time to really, you know, feel what that person's going through, you're never going to really build strong relationships.
Facts, man. That's true.
or have an understanding.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because everybody grow up differently.
Yeah.
Everybody has different morals, principles,
Yeah.
all that. But just listening and try to put yourself in their shoes. You get what I'm saying? Because I work with bro in Cleveland with them, you know what I'm saying? So like I know hand for hand, like people got PTSD, anything traumatic,
Schizophrenia, depression.
You know what I'm saying? Kids, you got kids and adults. You get what I'm saying? And like these aren't nice places. I'm not going to no suburb.
Yeah.
So how you doing? You good? Like these people are having real problems, like real traumatizing events.
That's
like,
crazy.
you know what I'm saying? Like people be saying they from the hood, they struggle, bro. It's like, nah, bro, I haven't seen the gutter.
Yeah.
Like Charmaine, Ultra, Mania is
That's
not.
wild, man. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Compared to what I haven't seen.
Fast,
Hey. But that's crazy, man. I mean, like I said, hey, man, and look, sorry, man, we had to take y'all to church, but that's just some real talk. But no, like I said, man, I love it, bro. Like, talking to my brother on the way here, it's like being able to just have them conversations, you know what I'm saying, with men without worrying about being judged, how somebody gonna look at you, being able to really get your emotions out there, and somebody being able to understand where you coming from. Hey, I'm a black man just like you a black man. Or you feel like a lot of the pressure's on your shoulders. Hey, I feel the same way, bro. Let's have a discussion about it. Yeah, bro. Plenty times, bro. Like, yeah.
I feel unappreciated. You get what I'm saying? Everything on my shoulder, like.
Well. And we had those talks, bro, and we might be on the phone 30 minutes, hour, whatever, but it's real, At the end of the day, you can come away from it, dang, I'm glad I had somebody to talk to, and I can come away from it like, dang, I'm glad that bro felt, safe enough to be able to share that with me, and then we really be able to relate on that level, you feel me?
That's what a lot of people are missing too, just somebody they can have open communication with, because a lot of trauma is built up because you have no lane, no area, no people to just express and let them know, like, I'm going through this. And that's a big, that's something that holds back our community.
Right.
We just don't feel like we have people to go to. We feel like we're going to be done wrong. Whatever I'm saying is going to get leaked back to somebody.
Yeah.
So
people have anxieties, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
man, what anxiety attack, panic attack, all that. And then, like you say, you can't tell your support system to everybody because everybody's different. So you got to know and be mindful as well who you can share this with, because
exactly
you might share with this person, but guess what? By you telling this person, she or he gonna go back and run it,
make it worse,
and it's not even what you told them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta find like really one person.
Yeah.
So you have to really minimize and limit. You know what I'm saying? It'd be hard though, because you be kind of want like a lot of people inputs. You know what I'm saying? I do sometimes anyway. You get what I'm saying?
Do you have siblings?
Yeah.
So all y'all got siblings. Yeah. Y'all don't talk to y'all siblings?
But yeah, so like
I'm the only child. So
but it's also like I'm gonna talk to somebody that is going through it, been through it, like experience, like I'm trying to really have a solution to it as well.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's the best route for me to go? You get what I'm saying? Versus just telling we just I feel that.
Yeah.
Now I'm still.
Still in the same situation. What situation ain't
changed. I got one more person in my business.
Yeah, exactly.
Regardless who
True
it
that.
is, you know what I'm saying? Like some things you want to keep to yourself, So, but like, it's just hard though. You just gotta really know and learn people. Cause like I ain't gonna lie, bro. Just being at age 30, you like, dang, all the homeboys people we had in high school.
Everybody starts splitting up.
I mean,
group gets
just
thinner.
Life happens,
but also, but I'm saying, but also like you see where their mindset at.
Right.
So we 30, so you'll sit there and think we had some type of growth from what we was 18, 19 but some people, bro,
they don't even know
themselves. You get what I'm saying? Don't even know themselves or try to learn or try to. Oh, I'm just do it. They be stuck in their ways.
It's about experiences. Like what they're not gonna change if they haven't been through or experienced things. To change. You know what I mean?
True.
What have they seen? Or you know what I mean? It's just been the same thing, like a rerun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's one of my favorite sayings, bro. Like I tell my wife this all the time, and I tell anybody this, right? Like change is inevitable. You're either gonna change under your own accord or you're gonna be forced to change. And that force can be something, drastic happening to you, you going to prison or death. You feel me? Like it's gonna happen one way or the other, but you got to be able to take it upon yourself and be honest with yourself and just say, hey, okay, I need to grow. whether it's my mindset, whether it's, hey, I'm trying to make more money, hey, I want a family, hey, I want to do this, I want to travel, whatever that is, you know, you got to be able to put your best foot forward.
And be having that, be around those surroundings, bro. That really help. You know, so your peers and the company you keep, it really helps you to be able to change.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because like you're always around positive vibes, people that's always busy,
Right.
people that's always uplifting, bro. Like it might probably take you a week, 2 weeks to get. You know, now you becoming one of them. You know what I'm saying? It's not everybody you got. You know, you talking to business people. You know, like smart. You know what I'm saying? You learning. You know, you adding. You get what I'm saying? Like you better your life and your situation. And it's harder when you in the crab for the. It's harder when you run a
Crab Pot City.
crab,
When you're in Crab Pot City.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man.
it's hard because you be wanting to do it, and you know you might be. I might talk to Hawk. You might, man, fuck real. What he got going on? I'm just trying to be some positive, but you just this your man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So like, why not be close to somebody that we have? We trying to make a change. Why not change? You know, we just.
If I'm successful, I want the people around me to be successful too. Like, I got blessed to be in a position where I could do that. A lot of my friends, former teammates, they have came and worked with me in Ohio, and that's just something I'm very blessed I've been able to do, is provide other avenues for other people. It's not always something permanent, but it's somewhere so you won't be stuck and give you opportunity to do something, see something, help other people out.
Make a difference, man.
Facts.
For the culture, for sure.
Yeah, man. So diving into it, man. I definitely see that. You know, you started your career at FSU. Yeah. But you switched courses and you transferred to Southern.
Yeah.
Why? Because you know I'm getting into it. Hey, look.
Yeah.
Hey, HU over here,
man.
man.
I'm gonna be very transparent about everything too. Geez, where do I even start, man? So. I had a great time at Florida State. Like, don't get me wrong, man. I'm a Seminole for life. Always going to be a Seminole. I love Coach Ham. Coach Ham's doing great stuff down there, leading black men, just putting us in a different mindset to be successful after we get finished with college, regardless if we're playing professional sports or going into business ventures. But like, I'll be honest, man, I just got into a lot of stuff I shouldn't have been in. Down there, I didn't use my time as well as I should have. I wasn't as focused as I am now, and it's funny just how life, like how you said, man, things happen in your life, man. It just sets you in a path where I got to change.
Yeah,
I got to change. So, you know, I got to a point where I was like, man, I just want to leave. So I busted my tail, man. I wound up graduated early, so I went there for 2 years. I graduated early. Nice. And I transferred, played basketball, and started my master's degree at Southern University, nice. HBCU down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, man. And just two completely different worlds, yo. It's like, just from a athletic standpoint, you know, you go from practicing in the Hawks Arena and playing in the Barclays Center and playing in Madison Square Garden, you know, staying in like the Ritz-Carlton, taking private chartered planes to go 2-3 hours away, go play a team. Life. And next thing you know, I'm on the bus driving 8 hours, you know, to like Arkansas Pine Bluff, or you know, I'm about to go play Texas Southern, you know. But I'm really glad I got to see that. My father coached at a HBCU in North Carolina called Shaw University, and they had a player get drafted out of there as well in the second round of the draft. So seeing that and then being in it was two completely different things. And I was just I had my mind set on where I wanted to go playing professionally afterwards, things like that. I really wasn't able to enjoy the grind. I didn't enjoy the process like I should have. And you know, going to HBCU and starting the PWI, you know, I got to see a lot of things. I got to see the things from just like the love from your teachers at a HBCU is just, you know, nothing against any of my professors, anything from Florida State. It was just different, man.
Yeah, they care about you more.
Yeah. They're more like patient with you, man. They'll take their time with you. You know, I had certain classes at Florida State where it was 8 o'clock class. Immediately after, we had to get up 5 o'clock in the morning for conditioning. They don't care. If you're late, you marked absent. You miss class or you're late enough times.
College? No,
Yeah, some
I
class.
wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, man. Different, man. But you there. You don't want to pay. You know, you're going to school for free. You have to do what you have to do, man. And at that time, you know, it's just a lot of things. Like even when we travel at Florida State, man, tutors have to come. Like we would have to have work like turned in.
That's crazy.
Like it wasn't. Some teachers wasn't playing that.
Are you in a fraternity?
I am.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I do it.
You ain't gonna know.
You ain't gonna know. No way in the
Nah.
world.
No,
Nah.
You ain't gonna know. And the front had probably had a lot of dudes.
He said,
It did.
He got
Hey,
he got- he
it
got
did
that
though,
frat-
yo.
That frat swag. I can just tell.
Yeah, man. I played as Phi Delta Theta when I was at Florida State. I believe when I was there, a lot of our black fraternities had been suspended for, I think it was hazing or something like that.
Dang.
But honestly, man, Rail's right. That did have something to do with, you know, the label that I got while I was in school there. But they showed me a lot of love. It wasn't what a lot of people think it was, man. Like sometimes me and my friends, yo, we just wanted somewhere we could go and be normal people.
I fuck with
Yeah.
friends, bro. Like, bro might not have known, but when I was at Southern, I was about to pledge to be a Sigma.
For real.
My GPA was off by like a 0.3, bro. 0.03 or something. And that's the only reason I ain't
I
even go
wanted to
through
play
with
this
it.
too.
But I was trying to talk about this like a couple episodes back. But just that period of time I was pledging, it was hard, bro. Like it was like the military, bro. Honestly, like
Yeah.
bro, they worked the shit out of us, like, and it's crazy. Like, it's like your peers, and I'm older than some of these guys. So I'm like, bro, y'all making me do all this shit. I got more money than you. Like, I'm
Out of pocket
really
talking to me
wanna
like I'm
talk
a child, bro. I gotta go
You
pick
can't
who
cut
up.
your hair.
Why?
I was fucking on that donuts and shit.
So it was like hard for me,
man.
but it was discipline, and I learned a lot, like just about black men and like historical people that I've never heard about, that I only heard about because I was trying to pledge. So that's why I was saying, like, some episodes back, like, it's crazy how much information that you will learn just by being in a frat.
Yeah, no, that's facts, man. And I loved everybody that we pledged with, all my brothers. They're just like, we didn't really have to, we didn't go through any like the hazing. They were like understanding, like, man, y'all are playing like sports, like for real. Like this isn't no joke. Cause we would just go over there, kick it with them. Like, you know, it was cool, bro. They treated us just like, you know, like normal people, bro. Like y'all go to school, we go to school, like, you know, type stuff like that. Yeah, that's how we met.
Nah.
But nah, man, it was a great experience there. But just going to Southern, and afterwards going to play for my father at Shaw and coaching with my dad at Shaw, I got to just see, you know, the behind the scenes stuff that as a player you're not really gonna pay any attention to, like watching the coaching staff try to make a budget, watching the coaching staff make sure, you know, our players are at study hall, they're doing they're supposed to be doing, getting travel plans arranged, things like that. And honestly, yo, my dad would always tell me when I got finished playing ball, he's like, you need to go back, donate some money to your school. So I just started doing that, and I'm going back. I'm gonna finish out my master's degree. I started that. I have one more year left to go, and I just have a love for my coach, Roman Banks at Southern University. He's the athletic director now.
That's dope.
Man, when I tell you, yo, I got to school, and Coach Banks had me. I went there on my visit. Coach Banks had me in a grad program the next day. Like I had gone on 2 visits prior to that. GPA was way too low. Like GPA was way too low. I forget what the test is called that you take. I think it's like the GMAT or something, like GRE or something like that. It's like your grad school exam. I bombed it. I did terrible on it. And this man got me into school, like no questions asked, found a program for me. And, you know, this is my opportunity to show him, you know, the thanks. Cause I was difficult to deal with, man. I was really difficult to deal with, but I ain't gonna hold you, man.
Dang.
Like, But he just he believed in me. Like he honestly believed in me. He gave me an opportunity that I wasn't gonna get anywhere else.
Yeah.
So like a lot of my love for my school is directly linked to my coach. Like he got on me, man. He was on my head the entire time, but I appreciate that now. After coaching with my dad, I was like, I come to him sometimes and be like, Dad, bro, I was acting like that. He was like, bro, you was way worse. I go,
So let me ask you this, man. So let me ask you this: if you could convince any like high school student, to try to attend like an HBCU, what would you say, man? What would you tell them?
I would tell them before you go to that, make sure you have a plan, an end goal in mind of what you want to do. That's how you should go about anything in life. Just like don't jump into it. Do your own research. My uncle, he's a doctor. He went to Fort Valley State. My dad advised him to go to Fort Valley State. He's like, man, go there, graduate, you'll be head of your class. You get a scholarship to go wherever you want to after or for med school. So my advice to anybody who's thinking about that, go where you feel comfortable. Number one, go where you feel that is going to give you the best chances to be successful in life, whether it be a PWI or HBCU. Honestly, now after going and seeing both, I direct anybody to go to HBCU. I just straight up, man. You're going to have a time and you're going to experience things that you just don't at a PWI. Like the love there is just different, man. And like once you're actually in it and you're dealing with people on a day-to-day basis, and these people really care about you, they show you that they love you and they know like, hey, this environment, our world is not set up for us to succeed, especially in the United States. But, you'll get some professors that'll be like, I don't want you to focus on that. No matter what room you in, be the brightest, be the best, regardless of your skin color, your skin tone, regardless who's in there, always be the brightest, the best when you walk into a room. So that's something I got that I got from attending the HBCU, man. It's just so many people who don't have a lot of resources are fighting to provide for you and provide for, man, forget being an athlete, just students that show their, that they care. Like they will go out of their way for you.
That's dope, man. For real, that's dope. So
like we missed out, bro.
Oh nah, I'm going back, man. Hey, I'm in it, man.
Bro, finish it, man.
Yeah. Nah, and I've been saying that. I've been saying that, man, probably since episode 2. Like one of my biggest regrets was I didn't attend an HBCU, and I went to Fort Valley for just to look at the school. Went to a camp at Albany State, talked to Florida A&M, all these different schools, but just didn't take it serious because I didn't realize the importance. You know what I'm saying, of being around us and being able to get that love and appreciation from us.
Yeah.
But nah, man, I just this year, man, I'm going back to finish my business degree, and I was able to get accepted in the Hampton, man.
Congratulations,
so,
man.
Dang, nah, for real, bro. Appreciate it.
I ain't trying to go back to school, bro.
I gotta finish, man. I got a business,
Trying to
man.
go get my master's one day.
That paperwork's important, man. I wouldn't let anybody tell me anything different, man. That paperwork is important, especially if you need it to kind of, you want to be in a business field, man. Somebody's definitely going to be, first thing they're going to, where do you go to school at? Or did you graduate?
Facts, man.
That's always, it's how the interview process always starts out. Let me see this person's credentialing background in school, especially in the field you're in.
Yeah, man. Nah, for real. And,
If I go back to school, I'm going for the doctorates.
This guy.
Time, man.
You talking about big time?
You need your business cut, man.
Nah. Hey, man, I need it, man, for real. So I'm gonna go and finish, just so it can kind of help me out, my bad, man. When I'm having those meetings and having those sit downs,
Yeah.
But nah, man, let's get a little deeper into this, man. So 2017, they you're basically diagnosed with testicular cancer.
Yeah.
First off, man, I'm like, how did you find out, man?
I woke up one morning, man, and I just felt like, I don't know, man. I felt like somebody was stabbing me. I thought maybe I had to just use the restroom or something like that. It wasn't that. And as the day progressed, it just got worse and worse and worse. And this is when I was staying in Ohio. We were staying about 5 people like to the house, and we just never we were never alone. Like we always had somebody with us when we left at the house, bro. We go out, grocery store, anything. So, you know, I just start throwing up out the blue. And nobody's in the crib. I just start throwing up, bruh. And I collapsed, yo. Like, I just fell out in the middle of the floor. And I remember I came to, man, I was laying in my vomit, yo. And y'all wiped my face off. My stomach was in the worst pain, bro, I ever been in. You know, Real had appendicitis like 2-3 weeks or something, like right before all that happening or started happening to me. So I'm driving to the emergency room, like holding my stomach like this, trying to look over the windshield, man. And I'm thinking, man, they just going, you know, I got the same thing Real had going on, bro. Just
That's
gonna
how
be,
it felt. Like,
yeah.
somebody was stabbing your stomach, like.
Dang.
So I thought it was gonna be some quick little, okay, man, you know, we're gonna cut this out of you, get to the hospital or get to the emergency room, get my imaging. They review my imaging and release me. About 10 minutes later, you know, I'm on the road, and my dad calls me, and my dad tells me, he's like, yo, your doctor's on the line. And I'm like, oh man, like for what? So he merges the doctor in, and he's like, yeah, you know, they released you before I got to see your images. I was like, all right. He's like, you have 2 enlarged lymph nodes in your abdomen area. When they brought me in, they did a CT scan, imaging of my body. So he was like, the next few words that came out of his mouth was, you're going to need to go see an oncologist. And when he said that, I already knew what time it was, man. I didn't know what an oncologist was when he said that. Yeah. I just knew it was a specific field, specific doctor I was going to have to see.
All right,
yeah.
Specialist.
Yeah.
So I was just, the guy, doctor tells me, he's like, yeah, you need to get this checked out. There's a possibility you may have testicular cancer. So, you know, your blood work and that imaging is how they're able to come to that conclusion. So, you know, I'm just like, man, like, damn, like, what?
Did you have health insurance?
See, that's something, I'll go into that. So I pulled up to the ER.
Health
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do too.
For Florida Blue.
Man, I have an insurance broker for him.
Really?
Crazy. Yeah, crazy, man. I had no life insurance. Yo, everybody go get some life insurance, yo. I had no life insurance, and I was selling life insurance when I got sick.
Wow.
The exact policies that I sell because of my diagnosis, I could have been, awarded up to $990,000.
Wow.
Just like, here you go. So like I missed out on that, but make that back.
It's real.
Yeah, man. Like everybody, y'all, I don't care how much money it is, get an insurance policy, yo. Like that's something that I thought about, like just so much throughout that process. I was like, this don't make any sense, yo. Like I sell insurance, bruh.
And they
ain't got
That's
nothing,
crazy.
bruh. I mean, bruh, at one point in
I
time,
don't have a health insurance plan, but I sell it. But I'm signing up. It's open enrollment.
got to,
This
dude.
guy.
No,
This guy.
mandatory.
I'm signing up.
He said, "Don't get on me."
Like, you don't know. To be honest, man, I felt something. I just felt some irregularities in my body. Like my body just wasn't feeling right. Even before that day, I knew I needed to go to the doctor. Had no insurance, bruh. Like none. No health, no insurance policy, nothing. I went to the ER. Man, like didn't tell them my real name, my social. That's how they got in contact with my dad. My dad's the only information I had on there, my emergency contact, only true information on there. Bro, it's only 2 people that know this, bro. It's only 2 other people, bro, that know this, bro. Yeah, bro. I strolled in the ER, no insurance. I'm like, bro, I'm not about to pay all this to get, just gave them fake everything. Told him I ain't have my ID. I just came up, bro. Straight up, bro.
Hey, that's the way. I ain't never
Dang it, yo.
Straight up, bro.
Oh man.
I
So
know that, boy. That's crazy.
Yeah, so they call my pop and everything, and they told us then, and honestly, yo, I was messed up. Like the rest of the day, I just started getting into research about what I can do for my body, like what I can do to like heal myself. Are there any possibilities? Because at first you hear that, you're like, no, man, like that's not me. That's not happening.
Yeah.
So a lot of it was just denial. Like a lot of the beginning was denial. And once I got over that, it was like, all right, man, like what am I going to have to do to heal myself? Like what am I going to have to do just to give myself the like the best opportunity just to get through everything? Because it was a journey.
I can only
All
imagine,
haven't
man.
changed, like eating habits. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Everything, man. Like I don't eat the same anymore. Work out completely different. I just don't do a lot of the things that I used to do. I don't live the same way I used to prior. And honestly, I was thinking about this on the way over here. Me getting sick was probably like the best thing that ever happened to me. Like straight up. Like it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I got so more focused afterwards and throughout the process. Like I'm glad everything happened, man, because I saw a lot of things that I wasn't expecting to see. Going through things like that, you kind of at first I wanted to be a private thing. I don't think I even told you about it. I think Cam may have told you, or I didn't tell you until like at least like 2 months in, because I know I didn't tell Cam and Ian till I was like 2 months in my first set of treatments. Yeah. And other than them two, I may have told, I know for a fact I only told 2 other people that weren't my blood. Like weren't blood related to me. I wanted to keep it super private.
And with that, right, just kind of backpedaling a little bit, you were saying, you know, you're looking at this, you're like, wow, what are you gonna do? Because that's a big thing for us, right? Like we think, and I think a lot of us think that, you know, when we hear cancer, like I know when I was coming up, when I would hear cancer, I would always say, oh, it must be an old person, somebody 50, 60 years old. Because that's normally how we think. At this time, you're 24, 25 years old, bro. So it's like, and then your first initial treatments were not successful. So it's like, bro, what's going through your head at this time?
So, between the doctor calling my dad and us having that 3-way and me really being like diagnosed for certain and starting the treatment process, I think like 3 months, 4 months had went by. Mm-hmm. And I still remember the exact day. I still remember where I was. I still remember what I was doing when my dad called me and like called me to come home. Like everybody told me what was going on. Like first, like I was still in Ohio. My parents were in North Carolina. They came up. You know, that was a little unusual, whatever, but, you know, I'm sitting at, this when I was still doing case management, based like a social worker. Okay. So I'm sitting in one of my clients' homes, and she's braiding my hair. And I'm sitting in one of my clients' homes, we were talking. It's like, that was a good thing about me being young and doing what I was doing when I was able to, when we had people in our program that was around our age. It's crazy, man. They just like how we were talking, like they really just want somebody to talk to, like get things off their chest too. So I was sitting with one of my clients. It was like 4 of us. We were in the room and we're just talking, and one of my coworkers, Rob, calls me. He's like, hey man, yeah, your dad's here. Your dad and your mom's here. Like we're about to go get something to eat. I'm like, yo, I'm working. Like I'll try to get there. I hang up the phone. Like 20 minutes later goes by. He's like, yeah, man, like your dad really wants you to come. And like when he said that, I knew something was wrong because my dad's the type of dude that been like, oh man, like he got it. Like he'll be fine. Oh, so I'm like, all right, yo, I'll come home, bro. So get to the townhouse, and I see everybody in the living room. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, fuck. I'm sorry, Andy.
You think you did something wrong?
No, I knew when I walked in and I saw everybody's face, I knew what it was. Yeah. And then the first thing my dad comes in and tells me, he's like, yeah, the doctor called me. And I'm like, oh, God, you know? So everybody's like crying. My cousin's in there. My dad, my mom, like one of my coworkers I've known since I was a little kid. He's in there, like they're just like all around me, like just bawling, bro. And
like this is an intervention or something.
Yeah, bro.
Going there thinking that.
Like they found the 325s, boy. Yeah, we was just sitting around in the room, man, and I was just like, I believe his name is Anthony Rizzo. He was playing for the Chicago Cubs at the time, and they were doing a special. I remember ESPN was doing a special on him. He had the same thing when he was like 14 through 16, something like that. And like he had to go through treatments and everything too. So I just remember that time. Like I remember he said in his interview, he was like, man, like I just wanted to be strong for my family because I knew they were going. Like he's like, I knew they were going through it.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like my parents had a harder time than I did.
Yeah, I read that too. It was like your dad was like, it was like the biggest shock of his life.
Yeah, so like I was, you know, I didn't eat as cleanly as I did now, but I was definitely like, I was definitely like the second biggest, second athletic. My brother's built different, man. He's different, but they weren't expecting that, yo. Like we weren't expecting that, and like I just remember we went to like Carrabba's or something like that afterwards, and like I could tell like everybody was just trying to, you know, like be happy, like you know about the situation. And I remember I was at dinner and I told my mom and my dad, I told everybody, I was like, yo, if I live or I die, I'm good.
Wow.
Like I told them that like then and there, like I promise y'all, like if I die, I'm good. If I live, I'm good. And that was just the faith I have, like my belief system I had. I knew like, yo, I knew how I believe in, I knew who I accepted in my life. And even though we were talking about this before we started, there was a point where, you know, I kind of threw my like, you know, my religious beliefs just to the side, where I was doing whatever I wanted to do. There's a period of time, bro, I honestly thought I was God, you know, as a person, bro. So there was just a lot. And my maturation in my faith was all happening as this, you know, before me getting diagnosed and while I was going through it. So, you know, that was just something I want to just keep telling them, like, y'all, I know, like, you know, y'all, I know the attachment, I know the love, and I know it's some things I can't because I don't have any kids. Like, I really can't relate to what it is. You know, I just have nieces, and I love them to death. So I can't even imagine what it's like to like just see your child sit, like, you know, go through something like that. And like, yeah, man, it was more difficult having to have them go through it. My dad was still coaching. My granddad, his dementia, his Alzheimer's was getting really bad. Wow. And like all this was happening at once. So, you know, I went through my first set of treatments, didn't work. My doctor told me before I started, he was like, hey man, you know, if somebody's going to have cancer, like this is a good one to have. He's like, you're going to have the highest percentage chance of beating it. It was extremely rare for an African-American male, somebody of African descent, to get diagnosed with the type of cancer I had. And my age group was kind of rare too. So, you know, having to go through that, having my first set not working, having somebody come back and tell me like, hey, we're going to have to put you through some more intensive treatments. Like, you're going to have to stay in the hospital. I really couldn't, I would have to stay in the hospital like 18, 19 days at a time and receive what was called like high intensity chemo. I was in the ward in a hospital where, you know, people couldn't come in and come out. And they let me leave probably like 2-3 days out of the week, or 2-3 days before my next set of treatment. So I come in, I'll be in there like 17, 19 days. I get to go outside, I get to go home for 2 or 3, but you know.
I was about to say, what were you doing? Like, what?
In the ward?
Yeah.
Man, honestly, so my second treatments, they were supposed to be more invasive. They were supposed to be a lot harder, more intense on my body.
Yeah.
And they weren't. And like all my doctors just kept telling me, you know, like I'm a miracle. They would come in because the doctors, they come in and they do vitals every 4 hours.
Yeah.
So, but in the morning, every morning at 7, like the main doctor that's over the unit comes in, checks on all the patients. And then every time he would come in and see me, you know, ask questions, you been feeling nauseous, have you thrown up, dizzy. I'm like, no. Wow. And he's just like, bro, I cannot believe this. Like, you know, so while I was there, we had this like it was a marathon. Mm-hmm. So you would, you know, you would walk around the ward of the hospital a certain number of times and it would count as like a mile or whatever towards your towards your marathon goals. Like they would give you a medal at the end. So I wound up like doing that. I've always been active. I've always been somebody that enjoys just living a healthy lifestyle, just being active. Like that was probably like that was the biggest obstacle I had to deal with. Like being an athlete, I hadn't even been out of school a year, and somebody tells me like you can't run, you can't lift, you can't sweat. Wow. And I'm just like, bruh, so all I can do is like walk around here, and if I start sweating, I gotta go sit down. Like, yeah. So I just
You feel
that's wild, man.
Cause I remember talking to you like, bro, you couldn't have sex, none of that. Like,
none of that, bro.
Hold on.
I couldn't have sex for a whole year.
Yeah.
A whole year, bro. I could
Hold
not
on,
have
hold on.
no
You
sex.
got to elaborate on this. Like, why though?
Number one, so I've been doing the isolation thing, bro. I've been doing that since 2017. Straight up, bro. I wearing my mask on the airplane, bro. I had to do that when I got out like 2018. So my when I went through my second set of treatments, they call it high intensity chemotherapy because they take all your they take all the stem cells out of your body. Stem cells produce white blood cells.
Oh yeah.
White blood cells produce neutrophils. Neutrophils are what fights bacterial infections in your body. So they had to basically wipe all mine out to zero for my second set of treatments to work. So during that period of time, like, like if you had been sneezing, coughing, or been around anybody, like I was on that COVID stuff back in.
That's why people with sickle cell,
So you was basically
quick to get sick like that.
So you was basically like Bubble Boy,
bro. Pretty much.
Jeez, bro.
Pretty much, bro. My pop called it the bubble. Like when we talk about, we don't like say the hospital, we just call it the bubble, because that's why I straight up was, man. I couldn't smoke. I couldn't do anything, bro.
Yeah, I'd be like, man, just take me out.
Just take me out.
Just take me out of here.
Hey, what's crazy though, bro? People in the same ward, bro, would be like drinking like people that would come around, the custodians would come around to clean up, bro. You could hear like the wine bottles clinking and clinking.
Wow.
Them boys are getting skint.
toasted.
I'll be like, bro, hey, man, slide me a cup, man. It might be my last day, bro.
Yeah, man. That's crazy.
But, man, that's a blessing, though, that that you went through that and you're here today. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Just to hear the story,
It's dope you kept
crazy.
the faith, man. It's dope you kept that faith, though, bro. Like, especially being that young, bro. 24, 25. I was wilding. I was wilding at 24, 25, pretty much.
Like, we was just partying, bro.
Yeah.
We was just partying and smoking. Like, we was turning up, and then, like, damn, how you been at? You know what I'm saying? Then he hit you with that.
Yeah.
It's like, before I came, I was like, bro, like, it really hit me, like, damn, I didn't think I could lose my friend.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And so, like, I be telling bro all the time, bro, like, I'm just thankful for him. You get what I'm saying? Outside of the whole situation, but just in general. You know what I'm saying? Because ever since I met bro, like, we've been locked in.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
So,
It's funny, man. Since day one, bro, we just always like, I don't even know really how like happened for real. Me and him just always like click.
Yeah.
Like, of course, I met real through Cam. I don't. Speechless, man. Just speechless.
It was at the frat for sure. We first kicked this shit, but we out there, but we've been locked in because every time I come to Florida State, you came in.
Yeah.
So like, all right, I'm gonna fuck with these boys outside of
That's motion, man.
outside
We breed cool individuals, man.
Yeah.
Lax people,
Big
man.
time.
Relatable people, because my family's from the country too. Like, regardless of like where we're at now, like we know where we came from. Like, we ain't even gonna forget that. Like, ever, man. My family is from the country, both sides. Like, parents, grandparents are sharecroppers, or great grandparents are sharecroppers. Like, yeah, like we are from, like we're from the country. So it's just been, when you get around people like that, no matter like where y'all at in y'all walks of lives, y'all always, y'all find people you can relate to, and you're cool with, and it's just always, like positive when you're around each other, or even when it's not, and you can be that person to be like, but this my partner, bro. I'm gonna make sure this person fine. Like, I may be going through something, but he's telling me about whatever he's going through. I'm just gonna sit there and listen, because I know whenever he's ready for me, it's my time.
It's vice versa, man.
We ain't no yes man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be quick to tell you, hey, nah.
Yeah.
Right.
OG.
Yeah. Straight up,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
So, but what made you? So, what made you really kind of dive like really into mental health? Because that's something that we love to touch on, man. Because it's important, especially in our community. You know, we hold a lot, like we discussed. We hold a lot of stuff in, and it hurts us.
Yeah.
In the long run, for sure. So, how did you get into that, or what made you really want to focus on that?
My parents, it's a family business, and I didn't. They started it, I think, around the time I may have been 10, and I didn't really know what they were doing. I didn't know what was up. I just knew my dad would wear like just nice suits going to work, and he had, I know the lifestyle we went from living when I was young to where we were at that point. It was just two vastly different worlds, and push came to shove, not playing basketball anywhere overseas. My dad's been telling me my whole life, like, look, man, like, you need to focus on your business, bruh. You need to, take some steps now. So when you're 30, you're not going to have to work as hard. Or when you get into your 40s, bro, you can just straight up retire. So finished school, and I got all my insurance licenses, like life, health, disability, property, and casualty. Just started trying to hustle, and I was just like, man, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to stop resisting and just see what, my pop really does. And I got into it, and I remember at first it was just only supposed to be for, a little bit of time. I really wasn't supposed to, go into it as deep as I have. And I just wound up loving it, man. Like the headaches, the people we deal with, the people we like, the clients, the kids we work with, they were some of the they're the ones that really kept me going and kept me in it, especially when I was first starting off, because it was a new field. I didn't know what I was doing.
And you definitely was over that shit.
Yeah.
You was over it, bro. Like, bro was over it. Like, he ain't went, bro, real, I don't want to do this, bro. My dad talking about, bro, really, like, 6 months real, I'm trying to do something else.
Oh, man.
I was, bro. I had a whole plan. I was like, man, I'm gonna get up out of this, like, and just things happen, and I wound up, I just wound up enjoying it. My dad came to me. It was winter time. I think it was like 2016, and one of our locations just wasn't profiting at all.
Wow.
And he was like, man, I want you to like go down there and see, like, like get it going for me. Shook. I was so shook, bro, on the inside, bro, scared. Like, literally, bro, scared. No, like, for real. Like, I remember having to, like, start my treatments, and I remember having to, be in charge of, like, adults.
Yeah.
That being in charge of the adults and, like, actually, being way more vested in what my family does, it was way more scary, man, because I never really had done that before, and I knew it was some, like, he ain't gonna be able to do it, right? He ain't gonna be able to, like, hold it down. He ain't gonna be able to, like, tough it out. And now I remember it was in Akron, Ohio. First location I got up. I remember going to the office, just getting on my, like, knees and just praying to God and just telling him, like, God, I thank you for the success this office is going to have. And I thank you what's going to come from here. Not asking, like, God, make this, like, I was like, nah, like, I'm in it. Yeah. Like, I'm going to make this work. My cousin came with me. Another gentleman, co-worker with me, came down there. Brother, we just got it going. And we just really, we got it going a lot faster than we were expecting to. But a lot of it was like, man, I got to, like, step up and I got to do more, just because, like, my folks were at a position where, like, I could see they were getting older. Yeah. And I wanted to, like, my thing was, like, it's time for me to, like, start relieving some of the pressure off of them, like, start taking some of the load off their back. So, I went down there, and everything just struggled at first, like with anything, but when it clicked, man, it just started going. And probably, like, at its peak is when I found out I was sick. So a lot of me getting sick was, I had to deal with some outside things. Like, man, I think I had found
situation, Pretty much. That's how it is, man. Sometimes when you meet your peak, God finds a way to humble you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
True.
Yep.
True.
Cause I didn't even know you was that humble, Hop. I thought I was God for a minute.
No, like straight up, bro.
Nah,
like,
we was looking
no,
to
like
the
straight
future,
up, bro.
It was OD.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
I was my mental space just wasn't in a good. I wasn't in a good mental space at that point in time in my life, and like I said, y'all, I'm so glad all that happened. 'Cause everything happens, for a reason. It sounds very cliche, but that's true.
Yeah, I mean,
Nah, I do.
experiences shape character. You know what I mean? That's why you're such a great person you are now. You know what I mean?
Thank
But that's a
Let me give
blessing.
you flowers while you're here, bro. Because definitely, when I was in
appreciate that,
Cleveland,
man.
you know what I'm saying, like, bro, you definitely gave me the opportunity to look under your wing and allowed me to work with you. Not even before you was running shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we doing this.
Yeah.
Bro, we used to be at the table doing notes, bro. We used to be at the table doing King's notes, bro. Oh,
All night, man.
all night.
Me and
Right.
Real used to
Thank
get it, yo.
We probably I had like 12 people. Bro, probably had about 20.
That's good.
You get what I'm saying? You got to write, like, every time you go see him, you got to write what y'all did. You know what I'm saying? What y'all communicated about.
Interventions,
what y'all talked about.
outcomes, like,
That's
and we just I don't know, man. Like that definitely like as far as like me and his relationship, I know for a fact like that brought us closer together. Like I remember he used to work the night shift at Quicken Loans Arena. And man, like I used to pull up him where it would be like 3-4 in the morning, bro, and we smoke one. We hotbox. I go back to the crib. I go back to the crib, bro. We just chat, bro. And it's crazy. Like we were just, working together.
Bro, we was grinding for real.
Yeah.
Bro. Like I was working 11 to 7.
oh man. No,
Like 2-3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Bro, to pull up.
Nah, bro. Couldn't have had me out
And
there.
the snow we got, and then like, bro, we was driving in the snow, bro. That's another thing, bro.
Different up there,
How
man.
that is in West Virginia.
Just different, bro. Yeah. I remember I used to come to Cam crib, bro, and the Avalon had no shocks on it, bro. Like no shocks. Felt like I was on a roller coaster, man. I don't know, man.
Ride from Cam crib to West State, at least like a 30 ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's been a lot, yo. It's definitely been a lot. But that point in time, had the least amount of money like I've ever had. Probably where I probably worked the hardest. Definitely the happiest though. Like without a shadow of a doubt. Like I look back over everything. Like that was like one of the like happiest moments of my life, man. Just going through something new and not being sure of myself because I really wasn't sure of myself when I'm 24. When I got diagnosed, man, it was like 2 weeks after I turned 25. So I'm 24 talking like 40, 50, 60-year-old professionals and like, we got to do this and we got to do that. And like, no, we're not going to do it that way. Like really learning to like have to like put my foot down with.
That's a lot at that age.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have been mature enough to handle all
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying, man. 24, 25, that's crazy, bro.
Like people say that, but man, you get thrown in certain positions, you just never know how you like respond, how you act. It's like people come on to me like, bro, I couldn't have never been fighting like da like how you were, and I'm like, nah, bro, because like I didn't know I could have done that till I went through it.
Right.
I always tell people like, don't like underestimate, like don't downplay yourself, like with anything, man. Like we all have like reserves we can tap in and go that extra mile. Like one thing that like our community, even though we do experience a lot of trauma and things that we feel do hold us back, we always got something in the tank, like some little extra reserve that like we really just like tap into and keep pushing. Like yours may be your kids or your wife and just whatever it may be, like everybody has something they'll like keep fighting for. So whenever we do go through things, but as long as we have like an end goal, like this is, I'm gonna remove myself out the way. Like these are the people I'm doing this for, cause like that's what I did. Essentially, it's like, man, I'm not worrying about me. Like when I get out or I'm going through, the fight, it's my family was on my mind. Yeah. Even afterwards, making sure I live right, not just for myself, but for them. Cause to have somebody literally take a year out of their life just to be there, like, help you out. It was times I come back home, man, and I just like, I straight up like collapsed in the middle of the floor. Like just straight up, bro. Like it wasn't no warning or anything like that, man. We be talking it straight just like that, man. So like it's people we do have in our lives, and like that's something like I draw on. like we'll get into it. It's a family business, so we're definitely going to get, the business side and the family side, bro. It's definitely going to be some, some animosity at some points and times. But,
It's out of love, though.
yeah. It's your love for the people that'll get you through, like, whatever situation you'll be in. You just can't forget that. Like, that's, that'll be, like, the downfall of a lot of other people. It's like sometimes you got to remove your own self and put other people, you do that. But you just got to keep that in your mind.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. So
you're a big inspiration for me, bro.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I'm
for
telling bro all the time, bro. Like, it's hard to find peers your age. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we're the same, but we're different. You get what I'm saying? So, like, how he conduct himself, how he move, bro. Like, he's my peer. We same age, bro. I take a lot from bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro. He get fresh. You see how you look? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he get fresh. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna start wearing tailored suits. Bro was doing that 5-6 years ago. You know, so we go out to eat. I'm coming in and bathing that, J's. Like, damn,
bro, dressed down.
like,
he got something to do with this, man. Like, our birthdays are 13 days apart. So, like, bro, especially like when our birthdays are getting close, like we down there talk about like every week. Like almost, like twice, 3 times a week when it's like our birthdays are coming up, man. And I remember like it was right after his, like Rail told me, he was like, hey man, he said, we 30 now. Can't be out here dressing like a little baby anymore, man.
That's true though.
I'm a victim, bro.
That's true though.
Like, when I look in my closet, my youngest son had open house, bro. I'm quick throwing some jeans, white ones, and a V-long tee or whatever. Yeah. I said, let me put the slacks on. And, I'm somebody.
Gotta come different now. Gotta come different now.
If I come to the classroom, what? You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
You got Dior on.
He a student.
A student. I want some of them. No, you gotta look. Okay, bro.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, they have to try to change, bro. Like, he be rubbing off on me. You know what I'm saying? Just so much he rub off on me, too. You know what I'm saying? So, like, just good.
We need that. We need that, man. Especially as men, we definitely need that for sure. So what would you say, man? What would you say is your end game then, brother?
My end game, I just opened up a mental health clinic in Texas. I'm still waiting to get credentialed for some insurance companies there so we can actually, start working.
Yeah.
My family, we have a food ministry. Every third Saturday of every month, we have a big food drive. Have people just come up and get food. It'd be like fresh vegetables, meats, non-perishable items as well. My end game is like I want to educate people more on the nutrition side, just the nutritional side of life, and going back and going through what I went through. That's where like my mind got renewed. It first started with me needing to change my diet and address my eating habits, address my living habits. Like, I don't need to be out 2-3 in the morning pounding Henny or like 42. I don't need to do that anymore, man. Like, if I do, like, y'all catch me. Like, I'm still human, bro. Yeah. Like, I'm still human. Y'all will catch me do that, every now and again here. Yeah, but like every weekend, like, nah, man. It was on the college tequila Patron, bro. I loved it. Like, crazy, bro. Like crazy, bro. But I just want to educate people more like the nutritional side of things. I was telling Rel that my brother and my cousin, we just started a tailoring company. So we custom make suits, clothes. My brother and cousin, they actually, they're extremely talented, man. They're able to like sketch like clothing out, just things like that. And they've been helping me with that as well. So those are going to be my primary 2 focuses, man. I want to educate people on how to just take care of themselves, like how to just conduct themselves by what they, how to conduct themselves in like professional environments, but also just like how to manage your own body. And my second thing is just how to, how to dress, because, your appearance is everything. You know,
Facts,
your
facts.
appearance can attract, you know,
I had a party on Friday, company party, and I felt like, bro, just I think I did pretty well. What I had on, you see,
Yeah,
my
you dressed up, man.
bro, just like the responses I got from like these old white dudes, like it's not many men that look like me where I work, bro. I'm leadership now, so
yeah.
like they coming up to me like, man, you looking pretty swift. You know, they telling me, everybody complimenting me, and I feel like just setting that tone or just setting the bar, especially for black men. You know, I gotta be a great representation of us type.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because first impression,
So I
first
can open
impression
the
is
door
everything.
for somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of men don't really know how to clean up. You know
Straight
what I'm
up.
saying? Like a button-down shirt or I'm gonna say a collar shirt, and they got throw on some jeans and whatever type of shoes, bro. I just seen it from interviews, funerals. You get what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's how you really clean up. Like, ain't nothing wrong with a collar shirt, but it's a certain type of collar shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, not nothing that make you look flashy. You get what I'm saying? Something that you come to pay respect or business attire.
Dress to impress, man. Basically, you know.
Like that's what I'm saying, man. First impression is everything,
Gotta get your
man.
info, bro. We gotta talk.
Let's
Bro.
say less,
yeah,
man.
belts
Say
and
less.
everything, bro.
Yeah.
Belts, dress shoes.
And that's what.
No, because bro, like before we talked today, I told bro like around my birthday, like he like bro, Dad's in the A, because bro put suits on and shit. Damn, you know what I'm saying? Bro about 5'10", you know what I'm saying? Birds be clean. I'm like, okay, that's like if I'm gonna wear it, that's how I want. I want everything.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So like, bro, we gotta get on it.
Well,
Put you down.
And with that, man, so you know, we at the end of every episode, man, we love to do a BOB of the day, which is Black Owned Business of the Day. So you know, you already done hit on it. I don't know if that's what you want to do, but if you want to shout out,
I'm gonna get a shout out to my sister, man, Chef Chasity, bro.
I'm gonna come run the trucks for you.
Yeah.
I need a sample.
Hey, nobody can touch my sister, bro, with them pots and pans, bro. I swear for the Lord, bro. Okay, nobody, nah, I don't care who it is.
You said it was what?
Chef Chasity, that's her Instagram handle. Chef ChefChasTity. She does meal prep, whatever, man. Catering, events, weddings. Like she got it. She's different.
Dang, man. He talking about
Food ain't nothing like that.
I'm hungry now.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I'm feeling it.
Boy.
Hey, my stomach was growling.
Big fast. Well, hey man, like I said, bro, I think it was meant, man. It was meant for us all definitely to link up today, man. I went to the church, man, got the word, and then you bringing it to the show, man, for the episode. So that's crazy, man.
Yeah, because remember I didn't mean to cut you off, but like, you know, like who else we gonna get on here, bro? Like, I was like, bro, I'm gonna get Joell on here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this
timing.
is a good one, bro.
Like,
For sure.
outside
Perfect
of sports,
timing.
you know, we got outside of sports, you get what I'm saying? Like, this is what we talk about mental health, you know, that's what it's off of, bro. Me going through something, but by me working in that field as well with him, but by him specifying and owning it, bro, like, I got to know more information better from the horse's mouth.
Facts, man.
Thank you, bro. Just for being
nah,
transparent, bro.
Bro, I appreciate y'all having me, man. For real, I'm glad what y'all doing. We need more people doing that, man. For real, because y'all are setting examples, bro, for other young black men. And I'm glad the world is the way it is now, man. Like the climate and everything is the way it is now, because it's gonna show who really is, who really care about what was going on, and who really wants to make a difference. Like who's really going, and it. Bro, you don't gotta be Malcolm X, bro. You don't gotta be Marcus Garvey, bro. You just start in your home. Just your leadership starts at the home, man. Set example at the crib, and like some people just they don't got father figures to relate to. So that's what y'all are doing here. Y'all are providing that, for somebody that's gonna look and see, hey, let me see what they're talking about. So I just appreciate what y'all are doing. Thank you for having me on.
Man,
for sure, man.
Appreciate you,
we
bro.
ain't gotta be Malcolm X. We ain't have a big platform because like we don't really relate to celebrities, actors, actresses, people that's in entertainment. Like everybody in the world that will be tuning in watching these episodes, they can relate. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We have the same reality.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have the same reality, bro. We trying to make it. We trying to get
Same
by.
24.
You know what I'm saying? Same
Yeah.
24. We just trying to help you get through your trials and tribulations as we go through them ourselves. You get what I'm saying? Every time we get on, it ain't always peaches and cream. Had a bad day, had a good day. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, it's just all about balance.
Talk about it.
Being able to put this good energy out, bro, it's gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm not really big on trying to, oh, y'all get paid for doing this now, because that wasn't the plan.
Yeah, exactly.
The plan to be transparent about what I'm going through, what you're going through, what you're going through, how we can.
Shoot, people pay for therapy. This could be a form of therapy.
Exactly.
This is therapy,
It
bro.
is.
Like,
It's an outlet,
believe it or not,
man.
bro. I be coming here ready to vent, ready to get on conversations and talk about certain things that I can relate to. Cause like, not only I'm talking to y'all, bro, but also when people come and watch it, bro, it's 10,000 people, 1,000 subscribers that we have tuning in that's going through the same thing. That's scared to say what you saying, but scared to say what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's you as well. You know
Facts,
what I mean?
man.
So it's like I'm doing this for everybody else, but also for myself. You know what I mean? So like, this is a coping mechanism. That's why it's always a priority to me. Be here is priority. If I'm not here, it's gonna go on because y'all got things to talk about as well, experiences.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So we all just keep going, feeding off each other, and just making this be the best platform as far as being vulnerable and transparent. And
Facts,
the best gonna come out of, because we all putting good energy into it. We're not.
With our powers combined.
Hey man, but hey man, you already know, man. Like I said, this always bigger than us, man. And this is content from Kings. Another episode of Black Alliance, man.
We out.
Yeah.
Sure.